4 turns would win the current duel. So with these flaws in mind, these players came up with a perfect strategy to take advantage of these end-of-match procedures. A deck centered around the card Self-Destruct button, a card whose sole purpose was to cause duels to end in a draw. So their strategy was simple. Utilize Self-Destruct button alongside cards that set your life points really low, such as Wall of Revealing Light, in order to force duels to end in a draw over and over and over again until the round's timer has ended. To compare this with today's procedure, if enough duels end in a draw, the match will be determined to be a draw. Now you might be wondering how these players would win if all they're doing is causing draws. Right before the timer runs out, these players would side deck out of their Self-Destruct button strategy and side in cards that increase their life points or lower their opponent's life points in order to win via the end of match time procedures, rather than by reducing their opponent's life points to 0. And the reason why this strategy worked is that per the time, once the timer is over and the time rules are called, players are no longer allowed to side deck, meaning that these players will swap into their strategy right before the timer is called, and the opponent cannot swap their strategy to take advantage of the time rules and win in time. Now you might be thinking, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is no stranger to strategies intended to cheese out wins, so why would this cause any sort of rule change? There's actually 2 logistical issues with decks like these. As we know, Konami doesn't like it when outside factors begin playing a part in a player winning or losing a match. The end-of-match procedures exist to make it so rounds don't go for unbelievably long, not for someone to basically stall the match all the way to time in order to essentially unlock a new win condition. And the second reason is that a deck like this could realistically continue to cause draw after draw after draw, even after the round time has ended, resulting in everyone in the room needing to wait on the conclusion of a single match for the next round to begin. Now, while there's no direct proof that this deck is the reason why Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments later ended up allowing for matches to end in a draw, there are many reasons that point to that being the case. There's even a little bit of speculation that Upper Deck's tournament software simply didn't allow the option to mark a match's result as a draw, and that this was only changed once Konami took over from Upper Deck in 2009 and added the draw option to the tournament software. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think they added draws because of this deck, or do you think it was just something they had to implement? If you're interested in more details about how this strategy worked, there's actually an entire thread on Pojo detailing exactly how to play this deck. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you're interested in looking at it. In card games, sometimes you have trolls that find loopholes in the rules to do something funny, but others find loopholes in unconventional ways. In Yu-Gi-Oh! There are some rare instances where card effects can loop infinitely, and the way those are handled has changed over the years. In order to understand this rule change, we need to understand 2 concepts: a controlled loop, as well as the concept of an uncontrolled loop. A controlled loop is essentially a loop where a player has multiple effects that they can just choose to activate in any sequence or order that would loop infinitely. An example of this would be if a player finds some way to make their Gale Dogger a psychic-type monster, they can equip Telekinetic Charging Cell to it, and basically allow for the not once per turn effective Gale Dogger to be used an infinite amount of times. Now how would you loop this? You can use Gale Dogger to send a monster from your action deck to the graveyard, and then use Gale Dogger again to send Cypher Omega from your action deck to the graveyard, and then use the Cypher Omega to return itself and the first extra deck card that was sent back to your extra deck. This causes one perfect infinite loop that basically can be activated by the player.
Those loops.
In card games, sometimes you have trolls that find loopholes in the rules to do something funny, but others
To do
find
something
loopholes
funny.
to help them win in unconventional ways. In Yu-Gi-Oh! There are some rare instances where card effects can loop infinitely, and the way those are handled has changed over the years. In order to understand this rule change, we need to understand 2 concepts: a controlled loop, as well as the concept of an uncontrolled loop. A controlled loop is essentially a loop where a player has multiple effects that they can just choose to activate in any sequence or order that would loop infinitely. An example of this would be if a player finds some way to make their Gale Dogger a psychic-type monster, they can equip Telekinetic Charging Cell to it, and basically allow for the not once per turn effective Gale Dogger to be used an infinite amount of times. How would you loop this? Use Gale Dogger to send a monster from your action deck to the graveyard, and then use Gale Dogger again to send Cypher Omega from and then use the Cypher Immortal Omega to return itself and the first extra deck card that was sent back to your extra deck. This causes one perfect infinite loop that basically can be activated by the player as often as they would like. The way controlled infinite loops are handled is that if a player has a loop such as the Gale Dogger loop that I represented here, they can basically perform it once to prove that it is an infinite loop that can be done again and again, and then they simply tell the times they wish to reproduce the loop, and then afterwards they need to just continue with the game and do something else. So those loops are actually totally fine and completely allowed in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of decks such as Six Samurai utilize infinite loops. It actually doesn't add a lot of time to the game itself because you can just try how many times you want to do it and then perform it that number of times. Now on the opposite hand, there are uncontrolled loops, and uncontrolled loops are named that way specifically because they are caused by a bunch of continuous effects applying at the same time in a way that they constantly apply and reapply and reapply in a way where the game cannot continue because these effects are constantly reapplying. So an example of an uncontrolled loop is, say I control a copy of Jinzo that belongs to my opponent that I stole with my own copy of Snatch Steal. This Jinzo would be equipped with my amplifier. If I activate Imperial Order, the following would occur. The Imperial Order would apply, negating my Snatch Steal, making it so that my opponent takes back their Jinzo. But now because they control their Jinzo while they have Amplifier, my Snatch Steal will now reapply because the Imperial Order gets negated by the Jinzo, making it so Jinzo returns to my side of the field. But now because it's on my side of the field, my Snatch Steal is negated by the Imperial Order and returns to my opponent's side of the field. And so on and so forth in an infinite loop that cannot be stopped by any means because these are a sequence of continuous effects that continue to apply and stop applying and reapply and stop applying and reapply and reapply and stop applying and reapply. Now I know what you're thinking. Coder, there's no way this happens even remotely often in tournaments or anything like that. And you know what? You'd be right. The most famous instance of this actually occurred on my stream. At one point I was taking judge calls on Dueling Book and I hopped into a call where a player had a very interesting board setup. So in this judge call, what happened is that the player in question controlled and invoked Purgatrio, a monster that gains 200 attack for every single card on the opponent's side of the field. They also controlled a monster that had 2700 attack and was also equipped by Phoenix Blade, which would buff its attack up to 3000. However, there was also a pole position on the field, a card that says that the monster on the field whose attack is unaffected by spell effects. So currently they control the Purgatrio at 26 and the Battle Shogun at 27. The Battle Shogun is equipped with a spell card, but it's currently unaffected by that spell card, so it's not receiving the attack buff from that Phoenix Blade. In this very particular instance, anytime the opponent would so much as place a card on the field, it would cause the Purgatrio's attack to go from 26 to 28, making it so that the Battle Shogun is now no longer unaffected by the Phoenix Blade, so the Battle Shogun's attack would go up to 3000, making it the monster on the field with the most attack, making it so pole position renders that monster unaffected by the Phoenix Blade, so it would go back down to 27. Then the Purgatrio still has 2800 attack, so now the Battle Shogun is once again affected by the Phoenix Blade, basically rendering it illegal per the game rules for the opponent to so much as place a card on the field. Now I posted this judge call to my YouTube channel and it blew up. Other content creators such as MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Made some videos about this as well. Seriously, why?
I'm playing a combo deck whose win condition is calling a judge over tier 2, and it doesn't work online.
Now again, Konami doesn't actually explain why they changed certain rules or why they make updates to the tournament policy, but coincidentally, the next tournament policy that occurred...
Might as well just kill me in one shot.
Konami changed the rules to include that are controlled. Initially what the rules were is that it was illegal to make a play that would cause an uncontrolled infinite loop to begin. However, post the new policy update, they actually changed the rules to make it so that if an uncontrolled loop is caused in any way, shape, or form, a judge is to be called and the judge will determine which of the cards currently on the field is the most responsible for causing the infinite loop, and that card will immediately be sent to the graveyard so that the loop stops and the duel will continue. Let me know in the comment section below if you like this type of video. This is the first video essay that I've done. I'm genuinely really interested to do more of these, so if there's any topics in particular that you'd like to cover, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear your feedback on this video. Without further ado, thank you so much for watching.
40 for each heads. 2 cost. What the fuck kind of shit is this? Flip the fucking coin, nigga. 80 damage. Yo, fuck this game, eh? This game is so fucking broken. How do you have 40 times 4 of an attack for a shitty fucking Jolteon? Look at this fucking card, bro. Look at it. Look at the fucking card. Look at that hack card. Pin Missile? You ever heard of Pin Missile being so fucking strong in your entire life? Because I have never seen such fucking dumb shit in my entire fucking existence, okay? That's the dumbest fucking thing any human could ever fucking show me. Fucking Jolteon. 40 times 4, bro. On one guy. Oh my fucking god. That is the most hacked shit ever. Okay? I don't even feel like doing my turn. I don't even want to play the fucking game anymore. Don't even feel like playing the fucking game. Just take the win, motherfucker. Take the win. You don't even have to play your stupid card turn, okay? Don't even have to play the turn. You get a fucking card that you can do 120 fucking... No, it's 160 damage, right? You can do 160 damage, no fucking problem, with 2 energy cards. I need 4 fucking energy cards with swapped up fucking shit in order to do 200. This guy gets 2 fucking thunder energies and he does 100 and fucking 60. Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. Nintendo is such a fucking dumb piece of shit. Or it's Game Freak, right? But Nintendo is just part of it, so Nintendo sucks even worse. I hope you summon a fucking electric type, and I hope you kill me in one fucking hit. Electric. It doesn't matter, I'm first anyway. Or second. Bro, I can't believe how fucking bullshit that was, yo. Jolteon. 40 times 4. Flip the fucking coin 4 times for 2 energy cards. Holy fuck, yo, I never seen something so fucking dumb in my entire existence, yo. Nothing. Hmm. I just want this guy to hurry the hell up, yo. Oh look, fire main. 1 energy cost. Oh, why am I not surprised? And look, he was about to kill me in 1 shot anyway. I should have just not summoned anything. I should have just let him kill me. With 1 kill. Should have just did that. Why not, right? Thunder energy. Yeah. Cool. That's 3 losses in a row, by the way. Just from pure fucking bullshit. And they want me to win 25 times? Wow, this game is fucking pathetic. Shit said win 25 times. Dog, I don't even want to play this thing more than once. Like, shit, nigga. Then this thing said collect a fucking Arcanine EX card. Look, not collected. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the shop, right? I'm gonna spend all my gems and shit, like every single amount of gem that I have, on this card pack shit. Didn't I say to collect all of it? What the fuck is wrong with this game? Dumb piece of shit. And look at that. I spent so much of that shit and I only have 84. What the fuck? Stingy, stingy, stingy card game. $50 more for each of your bench Needle King. What a fucking shitty Pokemon. Why do you need 4 energy cards? Why do you need 4 energy cards to do a 60 power attack? And you're a 3-star rarity? You're a fucking shit rarity. Oh my god, these cards are fucking ugly, man. How did this guy get a Zapdos that does fucking 160 damage? And I can't even get a fucking monster that does 100 damage. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is really good with this shit game, yo? I don't want to play it anymore. This game sucks. And these missions are dumb, too. Anyway, I don't like this game. This game's too hacks. And I don't even think I have a Jolteon. Also, why are the cards so, like, scattered all over the place? Yep, no Jolteon. That Jolteon is like the most fucking OP card in the whole game, man. What the hell is this? Huh. That was like the most pathetic thing I could have ever chose. But then not really, I guess. I don't fucking care. This game is lame. Fucking shitty card. This is an EX card? Ew. This card's making me friggin' angry, yo. Look, nobody gets any good cards, eh? Ah, they gave me a fucking rat. Of course they gave me a rat. Get the fuck off my screen. Huh. Oh, ho, ho. And they even encourage you to get Gardevoir. Get Gardevoir so you can hook it up to your EX. Whatchamacallit. Anyway, this game sucks. I don't want to ever play it again. And you might be like, oh, well, you suck. You're the one who doesn't know how to play the game. Nah, dog. This is like the Konami problem where the fucking people don't know how to create fucking balanced cards. So then they come out with the dumbest fucking designs ever. 90 HP, right? Yeah, because every electric Pokemon has shitty HP, right? But the thing does 160 power worth of fucking damage, okay? Look at this. This one has the same requirements for that Jolteon. Flip a coin if heads, does 40 damage more. If tails, it just does damage to itself. 80 damage. But this at least has a drawback, right? The other one doesn't have a drawback. Who's gonna miss 4 times in a fucking row? Huh? Who in their right fucking existence is gonna miss 4 fucking times out of 50%? Only I would have such luck. So no, it's not me that sucks. It's this game that's so fucking broken. Okay? But it's not this game. It's not this game's fault. It's this game's card creation's fault. Look at this shitty... Why is this even an EX card to begin with? This crappy Pikachu. I mean, it's not that crappy. It does 90 damage if you have a full deck of electrics. But it's like... And look at this. This is an EX. It's not even that strong compared to the Jolteon. In fact, the Jolteon does 2 times more damage than this shit. Look at this thing. 4 energy costs for 60 damage. Spinning attack. Like if a fucking Magneton couldn't have a better move to use. No. Spinning attack. Yeah. It just spins around in a fucking circle. Whoever designed this card deserves to get shot in a circle. Like a firing squad style. With rocket launchers. After blowing off each of his fucking limbs and leaving him there for like 2 hours. Anyway, this game is dumb. I don't like it. I'm gonna uninstall it. You guys are gonna see me uninstall it. Oops. Let me just make sure that my account is linked, right? Alright, good. Fuck this game. This game is getting the shit off my phone. Where is it? This. There. For all your stinginess, that's what you get. Fucking piece of shit game.